CSU-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Back out on the field here. Mesa in punt formation. Thunderwolves, of course, trying to get a punt block here. They got everybody up on the line of scrimmage, but they got Wise standing back at about the 12-yard line. Imagine the kick's going to be a directional one away from here. They come up the middle. They got it. They block it. Mesa recovers it, but it doesn't matter. Thunderwolves going to have great field position here at the 40-yard line with 48.6 seconds to go. They got through and blocked the punt. So now the Thunderwolves need about 10 yards or so to get into field goal position. They want to get it a lot closer than that, but no timeouts, but 48.6 seconds to go. So the Thunderwolves offense trots out on the field here. A little bit of confusion on what personnel package. Now they're set. They're going to go to the pistol. McDonald alone back. Dowson. Double wide out left, single wide out right. That's Forsgren. Takes the snap. Straight drop. Here comes pressure. Pass away. Caught by Boyd. Inside the 30. Down to the 28-yard line. That'll stop the clock as they move the chains. 42 seconds to go. Ball put down. Thunderwolves don't have to necessarily spike it here. They call the play at the line of scrimmage. We're down to 35 seconds to go. Dowson again from the pistol. Takes the snap. Straight drop, pass it right side. Ball caught again by Boyd up the sideline. Moves back inside, gets the first down, and more lunges inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Stops the clock with 25 seconds to go. Thunderwolves now will clock it, I think. Dowson takes the snap, and he will clock it with 22.1 seconds to go.
And they had a guy on the field, and they didn't call it. They had too many men on the field. Oh, okay.
Asa takes the timeout, so that's good for the Thunderwolves. And in fact, they keep the down. We're going to keep it right here now, Joe, and explore all the options here for the Thunderwolves. They're down to the 14-yard line.
Well, you got to get it to the...
You want to get it in the middle of the field. Right. You don't want to be kicking from that right hash.
So what you do is you run it to the middle of the field, you clock it, and then you bring out Nathan Taylor.
They're going to reset the clock to 24 seconds here.
The blocked punt, they went for it. They set up for it. And they had everybody up except for Daniel Wise.
And they came right through there.
Right up the middle.
Mesa very fortunate that they didn't scoop it, score it. They recovered it, but it doesn't matter. Once it's behind the line of scrimmage, it's Thunderwolves' ball, even when the Mavericks recovered the punt block.
You know, part of me, you don't want to be the guy, but Nathan Taylor's a true freshman.
Wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't bring that up.
We love him. He's a great kid. He's fun to talk to at practice. The game may rest on his right toe.
See if the Thunderwolves have any riverboat gambler in and take a shot at the end zone. Dowson up under center. They're going to hand it to Bernard, try to get in the middle field. He wants more. Cuts to the outside. 10, 5, to the goal line. He is stopped just short, but he got out of bounds to stop the clock. Looks like at the 1-yard line with 17 seconds to go. Now the Thunderwolves with a decision here.
I think you
still try about 3 pass plays.
Somebody's hurt for Mesa.
And they do have an injured player down on the sideline, right down to the left of us here. Bernard McDonald tried his best to get that to the end zone. He was stopped a yard short. Well, Joe, we've been talking about it all game, that the Mavericks have lived a charmed life in this conference. If they somehow win this game, it'll be the ultimate charm. Thunderwolves with 17 seconds to go. You can afford to run it once, I guess, and get up and clock it. You're rolling the dice a little bit, but I think you try a couple of different pass plays here. Try to steal a touchdown.
I disagree. I think you run Bernard McDonald and you run him wide so that you can use that sideline as your safety valve. You put this ball up. We've already seen Sean Rubalcaba get picked off inside the goal line.
And we'd have to look back to no further than last week when Chadron State had a chip shot right here at the same spot. Missed it against Adams State to win a game we were watching online. Dowsing can go up under center. Bernard McDonald alone back. It is a tight formation. Now they may sprint out of this.
The Bush push.
Dowson up under center. Takes a snap. Quarterback sneak. He's in. It looks like no signal as of yet. They stopped the clock to unpile everybody.
He's laying across the goal line.
They stopped the clock to look at it. Thunderbolts want to line up to clock it. We're down to 6.9 seconds to go. No signal as of yet. Looked like Dowson was in to me.
He's laying on the goal line.
Now they're telling the Thunderbolts bench down, you got to clock it right here. He did not get in, evidently. He's about as close to the goal line as you can possibly get.
Just what is OSHA Washington doing?
Just line up. They're going to clock this thing, and then they're going to bring the field goal unit out, I believe. Well, the officials slowing things down here. I cannot believe it wasn't a touchdown. It looked like Dowson was in to me, and the officials stopped the clock to unpile everybody. Thunderbolts were frantically trying to get up to clock it because they didn't know if they were ruled out or in. Now the officials talk it over. It's the theater of the absurd right now. Now here's the announcement.
11.2.
Yeah, 11.2. Okay.
Do you go again or do you clock it?
I think you got to clock it one time and then it's reset here. I don't know if you have enough time to try to run it and then get up and clock it again. Dowson up under center. Clock will start on the officials' command here. They still didn't reset the clock. It says 6.9. Now the officials stop it again. They never reset the clock.
Russ Martin's out on the field. They need to get up and line up, Jim. I don't know why they're huddling.
But now they're going to come over because the officials got to let him get back on the field because he's over talking to Russ Martin across the way. Told you from the very start I had total lack of confidence in this crew from the get-go. And right now Russ Martin is irate as well. He should be here. Everybody should be irate.
They're going to blow the clock, Jim. CSU-Pueblo needs to get on the ball on the goal line.
Well, now the officials come over and tell, hey, you got to get up on the line when we call ready for play. You got to get out there. John Wristen now wants an explanation. Now the referee's going to come over and talk to John Wristen and tell him, hey, we're going to start it on my command.
That buys him a little bit of time.
Now John Wristen gets the explanation. Well, Ross Dowson made a living on the quarterback sneak, and his brother duplicated right here, Joe. Quarterback sneak for the touchdown from about a foot away. Clock is going to start on the referee's command, ready for play. Need to get ready under center here. As soon as you hear the whistle, then you run the play. And there goes the clock. Dowson up under center. Takes the snap. Quarterback sneak. He pushes it over the goal line. He reaches it across. No signal. They still scrum.
They're going to run out of time. They run out of time, Jim.
The clock has stopped. No signal. They're still waiting for the call. Officials don't make the call. They're looking for the football. The Mesa Mavericks have the ball out here at the 20-yard line. Mavericks are celebrating.
This is the worst officiated game in the history of the RMAC.
And evidently the game is over. The Mavericks have won it. They really did not get in. So the Thunderbolts tried the quarterback sneak again, and they do not get in, and the game is over. And the Mavericks celebrate, and the Thunderbolts protest. Rex Dowson tried to stick it across the goal line, reach it across. They did not call it a touchdown initially. Then they had the big pileup. And no signal was ever given. Then when Mesa came out of there with the football, you knew it was over. And the Mavericks, well, we talked about their charmed life, and again, they survive again. It may be just their season, folks. That's the way it is. Back for our post-game show right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back. Stoker Stadium here in Grand Junction, Colorado. Thunderwolves have gone down to defeat. 20-19 is the final score. Controversial end of the football game. Thunderwolves still looking for anybody and everybody to argue their case here. But on the last play of the game, Rex Dowson tried to sneak it in. He was stopped short by the ruling by the official. He tried to stick it over the top of the pile. did not get the initial signal. Then they continued to scrum, and in the meantime, clock was rolling. The clock was going to run out, and the officials all coming in looking for the football. In the meantime, one of the Mesa defenders came out of the pile where the ball was running up the sideline. Play had already been blown dead, but they were looking for the football to see if it was across the goal line. But by that time, it was too late, and there was no way they were going to get the signal for the touchdown. So the Mavericks win the football game. We're going to hope to get a word here with head coach John Wristen. Massive humanity down here to our right. Again, we're across the way in the auxiliary press box, and there's a throng of people in the way of the gate for Joe Survey to try to make his way down to the field. But we'll see. We'll hold it here in the meantime and see if he can work his way out there. But the Thunderwolves now all gathered as a team down on the sideline. They're a bit despondent here at the way the game ended up. But they had their chance there at the goal line. We can talk about the strategy all you want. Do you clock it? Do you try the quarterback sneak? The Thunderwolves, in their mindset, we're going to try the one chance on the quarterback sneak. And they didn't get in, and then time ran out. Joe Survey has made his way through the massive humanity out onto the field. He's trying to make his way toward John Wristen, and he indeed is making his way out on the field. It looks like we are going to get the comments here from John Wristen. Joe's setting it up right now, and Joe's ready. Go ahead,
Head
Joe.
Coach John Wristen, I don't know that we've, in 9 years, seen an ending to a game like that.
Nope, I can't even imagine what, these kids battle their ass off. They play 60 minutes of great football. Come down to taking it out of the officials' hands on that deal. It's just absolutely amazing to me.
You talk about ebbs and flows of every game. I think this game had more ebbs and flows than any game we've seen in a while.
It's part of playing championship games. You got to play in there, and you got to take punches. You got to give punches.
Talk about the resilience of your team. Down, it looked like left for dead, the block punt.
Well, we got to come after it, and we did, and we got it. And we rallied to make a couple plays in 45 seconds. And, I don't know if I managed to clock all that well at the end. But, when you're that close and you think you're in, we thought we were in twice. But evidently we weren't.
So you go back and think, well, maybe we clock and kick the field goal.
Yeah, I was then clocking. I probably should have taken it out of. I thought we were this close away. One of those things that we probably should have kicked the field goal, but, that's the way it goes.
Easy to say now. Jim, back upstairs.
All right, Joe. Thanks, Coach Wristen. That's a tough call right there. And as John said there, I thought they were in twice. I thought he was in the first time they didn't give it to him. The second time, I thought for sure he was in because he took the ball above the pile. Looked like he stuck it over the goal line to break the play. Now, we're not in the greatest angle sitting here at the 50-yard line, but they got an initial push, and he reached across the top of the stack. To me, the ball had to have broken the plane of the goal line. Because you could just imagine standing a foot from the goal line, moving in and then reaching your hands out. Your reach is a good 2.5 to 3 feet. That puts you into the end zone, right? By my math, if you're only a foot away and you reach it out 2 feet, you're into the end zone. You break the plane. That just logic tells me that Rex Dowson broke the plane of the goal line. But of course, we're dealing with logic. So you can finish my thought for me. I don't have to finish it. You can finish it for me when we're talking about logic and a call. Thunderwolves go down to defeat 20-19. Back with more of our postgame show right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.